Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Council of Reeds here at the Comic Shop in Liverpool. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
Nitin.
What's up?
Fommy.
Hey.
And Dave.
National tiles eat your heart out. It's the Drain Man. That's
The Drain Man.
the Drain Man.
Hello. No, I
No,
disagree.
no, it's
I
the
disagree.
Drain Man.
Yeah, you got
So
to...
you're gonna Drain Man just like sort of the national tiles dudes like
for
a
sure.
meme like I'm gonna get in you know
He's been around for a while
The
too.
National Tiles dude's like doing ads advertising how good him doing hello is on other ads and like promoting ads on the radio. So no wonder he's followed.
Drain Man's
Yeah.
new. You got the...
Yeah, the missus listened to TUE and they got all those ads. It's the craziest ads. They really got the perfect
Well, she
demographic.
Oh, yeah, that's
Because it's like 60s,
Yeah,
70s,
yeah,
80s. It's like what 2WS was in the 90s. But it's like prune juice, aged care, cat society.
yeah.
Like they know their market, man. It's unreal. It's a good song, sir.
Because I work in a different locality, whatever, and they have 2GB on,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
like CPAP machines, Drain Man.
So you were set.
Yeah.
they know their market.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you got this CPAP machine?
I got before it was cool.
Our featured comics this week. Superman Lost, issue 1.
Very good, very good.
Hellcat, number 1.
Not bad. Catwell might be back.
You guys checked out Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3.
I caught up, yeah.
Mixed opinions
Mixed
there.
opinions.
And I guess Nitin's film Flashback?
It's a big week.
Time Bandits, very, very big week.
Big.
It's a very good movie.
Some of us finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel sorry for you.
Some of us watched it.
I'd seen it before. I know what you're talking about.
All right, let's get into the comics.
Dylan, tell us all about it.
Superman. It's just,
oozing.
Superman Lost is a book where Superman gets lost at the end.
Got to be better than that. He said he wants it on his standing order.
I don't know.
Very good.
Can
It
we
is a
tell
good
someone else to talk it up,
I had
please?
a
Besides the Superman fan.
I had a quick read through,
Yeah.
and
Are you confused?
I sort of don't know. It's like, okay, he's back.
Of course, he's confused.
So
Christopher
what's the
Priest
point?
Confuses Dave. What a
He was
shock.
Go on for 20 years.
he was
Yeah, but he's back now. Who cares?
For Lois, it's been 2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, I know for her it's been 2 hours and him it's been 20 years. But
Yeah.
Okay, imagine you got sucked into a wormhole
Yeah.
and were gone for 20 years
Yeah.
and just came back 2 hours later from when you left.
I'd be
don't-
like, hell yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it was a holiday 20 years. I'm pretty sure it's going
He
to be...
got trapped.
Yeah, not a great
He's not seen
time.
the last
So-
page.
He got Jumanji'd, bro.
Your experiences...
In the jungle, you must
Yeah.
wait until the dice roll 5 or 8.
You felt like 20
From
years
your person.
had passed. So it was like
You-
an eternity.
Yeah, you lost 20 years with everybody, even though they didn't.
But anyway, that's the end of the book.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Christopher Priest doing Superman. Is this the first time he's done Superman?
I think so.
Very,
Yeah,
very
because I don't
good.
think he's done a lot of DC besides like milestone stuff in the past.
Deathstroke for about 4 years.
Yeah.
And Deathstroke is like a perfect fit for him, Tony.
Yeah.
You think?
Because this I was a bit
Yeah.
surprised by him and Superman, but intrigued. And he nailed it.
Great. Man,
Yeah.
halfway through the book, it's like this big Justice League kind of segment, and it's so good.
It was very good.
Man, I want him running Justice League now.
Like, yeah, he's got like the teams. They split up in teams to do like one team does this,
Yep.
other team does that. I'm like, this is how the team would run.
Yep.
I
It's
do
just
like
great.
the deduction of like why Superman had to do what he did.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
like, Green Lantern can't do it because he's like the last like
Yeah.
Yeah.
line of effort or whatever, and then like can't be Martian Manhunter. 'cause
Everyone
he'll
else get
say-
pulled apart.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Well,
cool.
and the incident where the Justice League comes and whatever, it's like an international incident sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's the way the priest flavour came in.
Yeah.
With his
Very
politics
grounded.
and
Yeah.
you know how
Yeah,
does
like,
that work and who's
A Chinese sub in where it shouldn't be, and
Yeah.
the Chinese trying to retrieve it before the world finds out.
Yeah.
You find out it's not a Chinese sub. There's something else.
Is it balloon?
No.
Also
And then
Singularity.
whatever. Yeah.
I did read the word singularity maybe a bit too many times.
There were a few instances.
You know when you get to like the fourth time, I'm like, come on, Priesty, what are you doing?
That was a really good book. I
Hank
really
Gillen's
liked
art was fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Well, I never understood why he didn't become a bigger hit after Planet Hulk.
I
You
think
know what I
he-
mean?
Yeah.
I think he did Deathstroke with Priest.
Yeah. You know
That
what I
was
mean? Like
great.
he's sort of just like he's an A book guy,
Yeah.
and he hasn't been on one since Hulk really.
What? That he unfortunately don't know
No,
was
no.
Bruce. No.
It was good. Like, just even the opening of Lois and Clark at home.
That was
Their
awesome.
interactions, both being normal, but we were talking the other day, like actually intelligent people.
They sound like they're career journalists when they're talking to each
Oh,
other.
that helps.
Yeah, like they're talking to each other.
Oh yeah.
What's going on, Dave?
You keep going with me.
Yeah, there's like little Easter eggs in this.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yes, they're talking about like current affairs and politics and that kind of stuff, and they sound smart about it.
Yes.
And you know that doesn't happen very
Yeah.
often. Surprisingly.
While Clark's trying to fix a toaster because he's too cheap to buy a new one.
you help him relax.
I thought that was cool. Because he's a farm boy.
Yeah, and then you think about it, like he's focusing his
Yes.
senses on something. They would be going everywhere.
It's something trivial,
generally, yeah.
essentially, right? No, it was great.
Yeah,
Ten-parter.
I liked it.
I'm on board. Next up, from Marvel, Christopher Cantwell and Alex Lin's Hellcat. Sort of, I guess, somewhat spinning out of Cantwell's Iron Man series, because Hellcat was sort of the main love interest / sidekick to Iron Man in that. This was cool. I really liked it. The art is a little dark, but cartoony and a little
love the art.
feminine at times on the faces and stuff, but it fits Hellcat.
Brutal, brutal where it needs to be brutal
Yes.
too.
Because, like, she was... Hellcat, if you don't know, Patsy Walker was pre-Marvel character, like, model romance teen Archie book. And they decided to make her a superhero and incorporate our world history as that in their world, her mum was writing books about her. You know, I think that's one of Marvel's just genius things, taking some of their old stuff and making it in. So it starts off, she may have killed a guy, may not have killed a guy. And the cops get her in, and she's not sure if she's sort of losing her mind, or... And then you get another guy that she goes to see that is cool. Sleepwalker, who may have killed the guy instead, because he may be in love with her. I don't know. It was just cool. I liked it a lot.
Limited series or
Mini.
Interesting.
Because what I think really works for the art,
Oh, she's on the.
like the pencils are one thing, but the colouring. I think colouring
That's cool.
kick it up a notch to make it fit a bit darker and moody. It's not bad. It's nice and simple. Because I was so disappointed by his Iron Man run. His Doctor Doom run before that was like one of my favourite books at the time. Him on Iron Man would be great, and Iron Man was crap. So I was like, I'm not going to buy this. I'm not buying this. I'll try the first issue. And it was good, so now I'm buying it. Thanks.
Because Iron Man's a terrible character. Anyway,
Iron Man's not a terrible character.
100% character. Terrible. I know what else.
He's a 100% character.
Yeah, and terrible.
Structure,
Come on.
sentence, awesome.
Character, comma, terrible.
Oh, so you don't like Iron Man, or
No.
you don't like
Structured sentences.
Iron Man?
I think Nitin just doesn't like smart people. That's what I reckon.
That's
Reed
not true.
Richard hater.
He likes us.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Doctor Doom's my favorite, motherfucker.
Then you
Watch your
face.
tongue.
Alright, next up. Master of the Universe, Masterverse number 2. Alright, so this book is got a framing sequence, like the first issue, and then 2 short stories of like multiverse He-Man stuff. So the first one is He-Man, like on a ship.
What
not a
sort
pirate
of
ship,
ship?
but like a getting sent away to warship. Like,
Like
you
a
know what I
Viking
mean?
boat sort of thing.
I guess, but I don't know. And it's got jitsu in it and stuff. And that was cool.
Does he have like a man bun or something?
Yeah.
Samurai.
And then the second one was amazing because it's full black and white noir. Men at Arms as like a PI.
No.
Because Orko comes to him for a gig. Because Men at Arms had been Men at Arms, but when He-Man got lost and Grayskull gone dark, Randall found
Slim
out he
at
was
Arms.
hiding secrets from him about him, so he gets banished from his job. So he's a disgruntled PI with Evil Lynn as his partner.
Nice.
Oh, that's
sounds
great.
It was excellent. I just wanted a full book of this.
The constructed like the other characters too look
Yeah.
unreal. Like Fat Lock. Is it?
Trapjaw.
Trapjaw.
Yeah, Trapjaw runs a bar.
Also, the art. It looks
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's very Sin City influenced.
Oh, yeah.
Like hitting the Miller.
Well, there's like
stuff.
only like black, white, and grey, and that's it. Like there's no.
Is that great?
Not even a
No,
shade.
it's black and white.
No, there's some bits of grey.
Grey
like,
tone, but
yeah, but
Oh,
it's
it's black-
it's
it's just
essentially
black and
only-
white.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was fantastic. I really liked it.
Very cool.
Yeah, the other one was alright too, like the ship one. It was cool because that was
I
Keldor.
just say shit if
I
it's...
saw that.
Keldor whispering to Randor and pulling the strings sort of thing. That was cool, but the second one was just fantastic. I would buy a whole mini of that.
No, you just saw me a whole mini.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, man, so good.
Like the big wigs are listening.
Yes. Next up, Ninja Turtles Last Ronin Lost Years issue 2. Anybody read this?
No, because it's not my card. I forgot to put it on my
Well,
card.
it is now.
Yeah, no, it is now.
This is much better than the first issue of Lost Years, which I thought it would be. Because again, half the book sort of flashed back to the Lost Years, and half is sort of a sequel with Casey and the new Turtles. And the flashback in the first one was just the stuff we'd seen in the original miniseries, so there's nothing new. But this one you get some more new stuff. But very good. But not a lot to talk about. It's mainly him, Mikey training, and coming to terms with talking to the ghosts and embracing them, I guess.
Yeah, because you're fully fledged in the book. Like,
Yeah,
just talking,
they were there,
so,
and it
yeah,
was just the way his life
that's cool.
was. So this is still,
Working with it.
yeah, and like,
Working
am I
through it.
crazy? Is it too many head knocks? But yeah, then sort of just, all right, they are what they are. But yeah, pretty good. Next up, Avengers Assemble issue 15. The
So
last
hang on.
issue.
So there's no of the news story. This is just all.
There's a
old?
little bit,
Oh, okay.
not much, couple pages.
Yeah, right.
Of the kids in the dojo.
Oh,
and
just the
stuff.
start here. Okay, interesting. Cool.
Yeah, it was very,
Handed like
Yeah.
deep more of the old stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
That's Avengers Forever.
Yes, 15.
All right.
The last Avengers Forever, second last issue of the 5-year Jason Aaron run, finishes off next issue with Avengers Assemble Omega.
It's been over 5 years.
Yeah. Time goes fast, right?
Oh, it does, man. Getting old.
Oh, bro.
Blowing the chimney clouds.
So, again, much like the last issue of Avengers, this is just a big fighty issue.
I don't know. If
Not
they
as much
say
action.
Avengers Assemble enough.
Yes.
I think it needed to be said
Yes.
on every page. And when they weren't saying Avengers Assemble, they should be saying, "Hey, why aren't the Avengers assembling?"
Starts off with Galactus killing Ego Doom.
Yeah. Just
And then...
eating the essence, the world essence. So cool.
And then
As an Avenger.
Mountain Deathlock killing Giant Mephisto? Maybe?
But putting the plan into place, which was what the deal was essentially from the get-go with destroying the God Quarry,
Yes, it's
of course.
So is that the last? Is that the end of it?
No, there's two more.
one more Omega issue.
Okay.
Is there two?
No, I think just Alpha, just Avengers Assemble Omega.
Oh, okay.
Finish it off.
Alright.
Finish off a beautiful 5-year run with Brian Hitchhart.
Let's go down style.
This is okay.
Yeah,
We
like-
don't get a lot. There's not a lot to talk
Nah,
about.
there's
because
not. What can you say,
what you
right?
just said, essentially. So, yeah.
It's felt more like a best of, so to speak, because it's like, oh, he's the
Yeah, and now, because now Ursa
the
Major's
Thors,
back, and yeah,
here's
yeah.
the things, and here's the things.
Yeah, it's essentially like the game's over and it's the highlight package and
Yeah.
you're showing clips of all the different battle scenes. And,
I wanted to say a recap show, but it's not quite.
no, not quite, because, yeah,
It doesn't tell you.
and your mate's mum showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I knew you'd love that.
Fucking. So shit. Worst bit about Jason Aaron ever. Goddamn Phoenix Thor mum. Tell me one. Anyway,
I've been
next.
waiting to say that since Friday.
Next. Little Monsters, issue 11.
Yeah, it's been culminating now. They, so half the kids have tasted blood and they want to
Eat more people?
eat more people, and they had a human, two of the younger kids have a human with them, and they let her escape because they threatened to burn everything down. So this one of the girls have been collecting stuff for a couple hundred years, books and everything in this library, and they torched it. So it's essentially culminating, I think, to the next issue, or it's issue 12 or 13. They're all finding out the true story and everything now, what happened with the elders and shit. So yeah, like it's wrapping up really well. It's been a well done story. The art's still excellent. Dustin was doing great work with it.
So we're going to have like a big final showdown between the two sort of camps of the kids?
I think so, because, well, not necessarily the camps, but I think most of the camps, like, there's that one guy that killed one of the twins, and I think he's kind of set a bunch of different traps and stuff like that. So I don't think there's many people left. So
Sure.
it's going to be interesting where he does finish it, because it's probably not going to be ongoing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting the way it goes. But yeah, be interested. I think it's 12 finished, so yeah, one more to go. I didn't. It said continue, not to be concluded, so I don't know. We'll see. I can't remember.
Last Audible.
Yeah, I can't remember in previews.
Next up, Nemesis Reloaded, number 3. Anybody read this?
The continuation of car jumping helicopter building into, and that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
So we finished the last issue with Nemesis jumping a car off the top of a building into the diving into the helicopter where the police chief and the mayor were in to grab the mayor, grapple hook into a side of a building. That's the first 3 pages.
Yeah.
Then leaves him out in a buoy in the water. It's just... And there was the president everyone's forgot.
Yeah.
By the way. President between Reagan and... who's the one that just died?
Carter.
It's Carter and Reagan.
Oh, Carter died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just came out of nowhere a bit.
And then we got female suicide bombers.
Oh, mate, her bit was excellent.
How you and essentially 6 pages on how to make a suicide bomber, which is good for all the people out there. And then how he decides to take on the army with tanks and everything when he's just got a bunch of B doubles.
Yes.
Man, this is balls out.
Yeah. Getting the pilot thing was such a nice twist. Because the way he first gets her is she's a pilot, married pilot. She hooks up with one of his agents who happened to be a 17-year-old boy. So, usually that sort of thing is the other way, honey trap sort of deal. But yeah, being a chick, being the...
Yeah, and then she killed her first bad person week after that for me, and then it was on from there.
And just making her do more and more shit because they were filming everything.
And then one of the last scenes of her is just black mascara running down her face as she's crying with a dead co-pilot and her just down on the plane.
Yeah. Yeah, that was excellent.
Oh my god! And on the top of the truck.
Yeah. That's why. That's why I had to mention the B doubles.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Messed up, but cool. And then then it shows a little bit more backstory of Nemesis with him going down a tunnel or down a cavern for 3 days of crawling, of climbing down, and then getting handed this book, The Crisis of the White House.
So, it's a revenge plot against certain police, right? That got his junkie parents.
Yeah.
So you reckon they didn't do it, and they've just pinned it on an easy junkie target? Or is it the kid just like, still my parents, I don't care?
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is, but there's still going to be more to it. It's not just taking down...
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I was like, did they just pin it on some junkies?
Yeah. No, I think it is his parents. And that's what he said. They might have been pieces of shit to you, but they were everything to me, even though they were pieces of shit. Like... that's the way I think, anyway.
Yeah. But I don't know, there's a line about maybe, I think, from one of the coppers, like, I think they're coming for us. And, like, why would you sort of think they'd be maybe your crew?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was a leap for him. No, like, what? Like, how many people have they taken down? And I was like, did they... easy, cheap, bang. Case solved, or... I don't know, but... Like, the... elephant in the room is the first series was amazing because it was just going to be a different dude every time, no backstory, and I loved that. I don't like it necessarily needed a backstory for Nemesis, and I like that first concept better, but this book's been freaking amazing fun.
And yeah, fun, but also, and then the art just kicks in gear. Jimenez's art is just...
I'm hoping the backstory stuff, like there's a twist somewhere where it's not what it seems like he's not the kid or something like that. He's like the dude in the skull mask or something, I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Just if there's some kind of a twist, I'll be more on board with that.
Not just make it a revenge.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Dave, you read Harrower issue 2.
The harrowing has begun.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes. All the kids are finally at the party. And then I think it's Eddie that rocks up late, the one who's got left of the car.
Yep.
And obviously without the other one because they've been pretty much
harrowed.
Dispatched. Yeah, harrowed. So they're all at the party now, and then the lights go out, and one guy's like, "Oh, you should go down and like turn on the lights." And it's like, "Is anyone going to come with me?" And no one in the party wants to go down to the basement with him. And goes down in the basement, and then the harrowings can like.
That's where murders happen.
Yeah.
I've seen stuff.
But yeah, it's a lot of slashing happening, and what is it? I'm pretty sure his name's Eddie, but like he's just wanting to stay and have a look, and everyone's like, "No, we are running." Everyone's running.
Oh, nice.
And then at the end, the cop of the vendetta comes and
Vendetta.
Yeah.
Oh, nice in half.
see what happens next.
Yeah, the brutal part's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a simple, well-trodden path of sort of slasher teenage sort of thing, but
Yeah.
they're doing it good.
Yeah. And right to the point.
Yeah. Next up, issue 2 of Immortal X-Men from the Sinister event. Nitin, how was this? Immoral, sorry.
Really good.
Yeah,
Did you read it?
yeah, no, I didn't get to it.
So good. So 100 years, 90 years, whatever, after the first issue, they're still cleaning up the universe. You know, all the resistance against the Sinisters, or the X-Men, taking down everybody. Hope is... How should I say this?
Hopeless?
No.
Sinistered?
No.
Redhead?
She is the head of a church, so, and all that goes with it.
Oh, so
Red
she's
and
like.
yellows.
Towards
No.
the back, especially good.
Yeah. So, her and Exodus, and she gets her powers, like, she's got followers, everyone, you know, because of Exodus, and
Yeah.
built her up to be, like, the head of the church,
She's the Messiah.
the Messiah.
Just
So she, you know, she's like, who's going to with me? And everyone's like, Hope. And that gives her power, and that boosts Exodus.
Yep.
And then they use, like, the gamma bombs and stuff to, not gamma bombs, whatever, like, mutant bombs. So
Sure.
they you know, slice mutant powers up together, like, to make a fusion bomb, like, with Sunspot and somebody else, like, so it explodes and then gets bigger and it gets heavier.
Yes.
So it's just Planet Buster, which is awesome. Like Sinister Tech, you know?
Yeah.
Gene splicing friggin' gene bombs. It's awesome. And then he sort of gives his hand away. Lots of spoilers in this little review. Because you know last issue, White Queen sort of got him.
Yeah.
This one, they sort of gives his hand away, but he's made like a 5-powered chimera,
Ooh.
and sort of gives away like that's the best. That's the best of best. You can't do more than that. And everyone's like, well, he served his purpose.
Done.
He's done. And so he figures out like, oh, I can hear the guillotine sharpening. That's what he said.
What the hell is going on in this?
Oh, bro, it's great. It's probably my favorite issue of everything so far.
Sure.
And then what's the name? The one from the Stormbook? No,
Our
The night-
side is genocide.
from the Nightcrawler's book.
That's
So
a good
the
art.
Heart Magic Woman,
Uh,
the clone. Heart
Ah,
clone,
yeah.
She comes to Sinister as like, this is his book. You know, she sort of clues it in. They're gonna kill you. So he does some stuff too. Him and his like 5.5 gene clone chimera thing escape
sure.
by fucking shit up. And then Exodus says the only what's it? Give me the line. Oh, sorry, Dave.
Wait,
What does Exodus say?
I requested it next.
He's flicking through pages.
You're more used to us dead than alive.
Yeah, fair enough.
He was finished.
To Hope.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
like a martyr is more useful
Yeah.
than a living head of church.
100%.
So, you know, something happens there. It's good. Like, this is, I don't know, favorite issue so far.
Yeah.
I still don't know what's going on in the series. Well, sort of. Sinister's trying to get his Moira things back so he can reset because everything's going fucking.
Although if it's like a few hundred years in the future, he's
100?
doing okay.
Well, it's 100
He's
years.
doing okay.
And the next 3 are 1,000 years, so. Yeah.
Insane.
We'll see.
Insane.
I don't know. Yeah, good. But. Speaking of good.
Yes. The book is fantastic. Avengers War Across Time, issue 3.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
So
The
just old
funnest
school.
comic book going around.
So
The
60s,
wasp,
man.
the wasp is the.
Oh! Man, why don't they just melt like me?
When I see you.
Ah.
But it's so 60s, man.
Yeah. it's just them fighting a dwarf.
Lava Man and
Yeah. The art fits so good.
holding the
It
buildings.
does.
Old
that
school.
was so good.
That was
Excellent.
very like 60s Avengers. Like,
Yeah.
it just drips 60s.
Well, halfway through, I'm like, okay, this is just a mini. I want to see this creative team give me an FF next. Give me Spidey next. Give me I want more. Like, this has been excellent.
You could slot these straight in.
Yeah.
Well, art included.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
But
this
yeah,
could be
if
like
they were
a
in,
last year's
in
sort
your
of
Epic
book.
collection and you're flicking through,
you wouldn't know.
because it's set between 8 and 9 or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
You'd
because
be
like back in number 5 and stuff like that, you wouldn't. Yeah. If these were point ones,
especially if you coloured them probably a little flatter,
Yeah.
100%.
that'd be the
yeah,
only giveaway, right?
yeah, totally. Oh, actually, they are pretty. You can.
No,
You know, like when Thor makes the rain and the lightning,
Ah,
like
yeah,
they're a
with
bit
that,
too much.
Too much.
Too much like shadowing and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
in there.
But you could easily
Dull
you know,
that back.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
ease-
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it looks real like Bronze Age to me.
Yes.
Because the look of the characters is perfect. Like Kang, like the skinny and not a lot of. Not that Kang's always been massive,
Yep.
but he's
Yep.
not bulked at all. It's
Yeah.
just that skinny head, that old school look. Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Really fun. I'm really enjoying it a lot more than I expected to.
Yeah, right? Like, I just buy it because, I like old school stuff. Avengers, I'll buy it. But,
Cap
man.
surfing on his shield
Shield?
I
on the
saw that.
lava, sensational.
Yeah, no. When I read that first issue, I'm like, this is the best book I read all week, easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know? It's just fun. Just fun. Knitting.
Yeah.
DC Universe, Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods. The war
Yeah.
begins.
Yeah.
Featuring Hawkman.
So this is set after Lazarus Planet.
Did I look at this? Yeah, look
This is mainly
Wonder Woman shit.
Wonder Woman shit, but it's mainly the gods asserting themselves to get followers back because they're dying.
Sure.
The Revenge of the
I
Gods.
like that.
Yeah, so and more like Hera's machinations. She's taken over the throne of Olympus.
Oh.
She's spoilers deified.
She just
Wonder Woman?
spoil a boy today.
Oh.
So she's a god now.
Oh wow, okay.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Basically, it's to save the Amazons because the Amazons,
Don't have a.
if the Olympus goes, so does Amazon Themyscira.
Okay.
And because of Lazarus Planet, Themyscira's lost its protection.
Ooh,
So
interesting.
yeah, it's like two friggin' YouTubers friggin' just got sailing
so
onto
that-
Yeah.
Is this
Themyscira.
that's
That's
canon
cool.
for new Wonder Woman? That what he's doing?
I
It
would
would
say
have to
so,
be,
yeah.
That's gonna be
Because this
damn
continues
cool.
on in
That
the
makes-
Wonder Woman.
That makes sense because of the whole
Reese.
what Tom King's got
Yeah.
planned.
Yeah.
About extraditing all the Amazons.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so like two YouTubers rock up on the island and they're gonna
As they would.
like, stream, filming whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we're gonna be the first ones,
Yeah.
and they're all like real freaking sexist. Yeah, like with these chicks, well, stuff
Oh,
like that. Yeah,
excellent.
And then they sort of see
Oh, they-
Wonder Woman gets deified.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, they're broed up like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, but then they get arrows in the chest,
Yeah.
but not from the Amazons.
Oh, what?
Because there's somebody else like hooded figure, friggin' going around trying to.
That sounds really cool.
You think he's trying to help the Amazons by taking them out? Otherwise, like,
Interesting.
man, the man's world is gonna be fucking here,
Yeah.
trying to annex this place like you won't believe. They've lost their immortality, they've lost their protection.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, so we'll see what's happening.
Poor
It's
Josh.
very interesting. That's Josh.
A lot of it, like,
Do you know who that is?
started
Let
with,
me
like,
guess.
Batman, Superman, and Wade on Batman, Superman, and obviously the Robin, Lazarus stuff, and they were quietly just building stuff up for doing a DC.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of good stuff coming. Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That hooded character list seems interesting.
Next up, speaking of interesting, where did this come from? Hulk 13, second last issue. We find out who's behind the Mindscape.
I honestly think
Out of nowhere,
because he just
Wrapped
wanted
up.
to draw Doctor Strange. No, he just wanted to draw Doctor Strange.
Well, I just think this would have been a longer
no,
planned
like,
run.
despair. Like, yeah, despair all of a sudden. Sorry, spoilers. That's all I'm doing today.
We noticed.
Big crack.
You read this?
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Oh, bro.
So
Insane.
this is the background story of how Hulk became the Hulk ship.
Hulk engine, yeah.
Hulktronaut.
Yeah.
Smashing
Smashernauts. My bad. How dare I? We've already spoiled it, so it's not enough. What we thought was Doctor Strange helping him with a spell.
But it was like it does a thing. The very next day, the bar thing happens in El Paso, which was very interesting.
Yeah. And then we find out Doctor Strange, it wasn't Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And the real Doctor Strange does go to help and realizes, whoa, someone else's magic's in here.
I know this magic.
Yes.
And let me find out. And then, yes, the spy comes, but he was just a servant working for somebody else, which is very interesting. Watching Hulk rip his skull open to see his brain was quite interesting.
Yes.
That was, I didn't want this. Oh, Jesus, that was full on. Art is spectacular.
Yeah.
The Titan stuff when he's just tearing apart the Hulk
world.
Things,
yeah.
But then they're still trying to help Hulk throughout the whole thing, which was interesting.
I like those characters.
Yes,
I think that planet is great. They're just broy Hulks.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's great.
Yes.
Yeah, all those characters are really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
that Hulk world is awesome.
Monolith, is that a name? Like,
Yeah,
she's cool.
Brutal, Monolith,
Yeah.
like all these freaking badass broy names.
Yeah, like, this issue made me disappointed that their runs clearly got cut short.
Oh, we were
enjoyed
going to
the
get a
whole
whole arc of him and Strange
Yeah.
working together to try and get that shit sorted,
Yeah.
and Strange teaching him. We would have got 2 issues of them walking through his head.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, mate, I'm probably extending it a little bit too much because I really enjoyed it, but I seriously think there's another 8 to 10 books worth in this storyline.
Oh, yeah, I reckon he would have been looking at a 25, 30 issue run.
And not just that, a few words that we use where he's like, I'm done, I'm going, like again, Planet Hulk, I'm just going out to the cosmos to find... He could have just continued shipping along. Like, this is the end. There could have been a lot of more in between before he got to Hulk World.
Because when the announcement came of 14 being the end, I was a bit, okay, because it...
But that was more because of what happened with Kate's
that's what I mean. It had
too.
run off course so bad with delays and gates and stuff. So you were a bit of, okay, it's a mercy killing. But now this issue, I'm just like, oh, no, I wanted the rest.
Well, Otley's brought it back. Like, I don't know if Kate's has come back and helped and stuff, but if it is Otley writing and
last
drawing,
issue, Kate's was credited. This issue is not.
Okay.
I don't know what the deal is there. I find that very interesting. I think last issue I thought read more Catesy.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I definitely think he came and helped with some dialogue at the end. But yeah.
Great book.
Any word on what Otley's doing after?
Nah.
We need a book.
I'd say he'd be just put him in the can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when he left Invincible, he's like, I don't want to work a monthly schedule ever again.
Fair enough.
So I'd say he'd be just pumping.
If you know your limitations, fair enough.
Maybe not even necessarily limitations. He might even now he's been doing what he's doing recently too. He might have an idea to do something complete himself, to write and draw, have someone else maybe have some input. But I think that could take another.
I'm pretty sure
half,
the idea is to do creator owned.
Yeah.
Again, he's next.
Good on him.
And I assumed him and Kirkman ain't got much books going on at the moment. Pretty much all his stuff's finished.
And plenty of ideas.
Maybe something different, but not like Invincible.
I still expect a Battle Beast book. I thought.
Well, there
and
is...
that would be if it is even slightly Invincible related. That'll be held off till Invincible's out. Kirkman thinks way too commercially.
Yeah. Well, the next issue
works for him.
The last issue, Image Comics, is coming out next month.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a Science Dog.
Yeah.
In there. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Could buy another one of those. Last book in the pile, JSA issue 3. You read this, Nick?
I did.
Yeah, not bad.
It's good.
Yeah,
I dig this series.
Wow. As soon as I open it up and got second page, you got Sergeant Rock in it.
And the Unknown Soldier in the first page.
Yes. But I was like, oh, Nazis.
Yeah. So it's like Negation sort of backish story.
Yeah.
And what he's doing, trying to kill the Justice League by going back in time, like trying to travel Nazi, and it's great. And the different art styles and different time periods.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
And then like the Huntress sort of explaining the fate and that, like who she is and what's going on, and then her in a monologue to us explaining what each of the JC members sort of mean to her and stuff was really good.
The big spread of the JSA fighting the Bizarro
and
Angleman.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's Superman. Those are his problems.
Like, how good is that page, Dylan?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm usually not a big fan of Janine's art, but it's looking pretty good.
So I think some pages are really good. Some pages are like, yeah, I could leave. You know what I mean? But then, yeah, you'll open a double page spread and you're like, oh.
I don't like. My main problem with it is like
Unless
it
it
looks
with a beard, yeah, me too.
that too, but the art style it just looks like a film cell, like a screenshot from an animation. You know when they do that sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that, but it sort of
feels to
yeah.
Like it's just a cell on top of like a
They
powerful
take
background.
a screenshot and
They haven't
word
put in
bubbles
the
and stuff.
water-coloured background yet, and yeah.
But yeah, the book's solid.
Yeah,
it's moving along nicely.
It's Jeff Johns writing JSA. He knows what he's doing.
Indeed. But that's about all the books on the table. Dylan, you read anything else?
No, I did not.
Thought you might say that. David,
I read Cloak number 3.
how was that?
Yeah, good. So they're slowly diving into the mystery, and Freya finds out that her ex who died left her a message, and basically it comes apparent that he might have killed himself just to save her from what's about to happen, but she's just going to dive into it, or just to stave off whoever made him kill himself, or killed him possibly, to...
I see.
Yeah, but then you see like a shadowy figure in the distance, and it's like, oh yeah, they have an idea.
Just gonna be the queen.
Who knows? But then they the chick who healed her from the royal family at the start, like she got interrogated by other parts of the family, and it's like, hey, what did you use to heal her? And that, and it's like, oh, I use this, and this, and then she leaves, and the guys are like, yeah, I don't think that's enough. I think there was something else here, because like she's actually a draconian descent, so she's got and they find out like. They keep using draconian daggers, or 2 of them, to kill, and like they're really hard to find and all that. So, Law and Order continues. Dun, dun.
Nitin.
I read the first issue of the next lot of mini series of the X-Cellent, which was the X-Force sort of continuing on from the X-Force series.
Yep.
Peter Milligan and Mike Allred.
Yep.
It's really good. It just continues on from the last series. Just that they're doing it in mini lots and like
Best idea.
yeah, and it's like a direct continuation of the last series. So you'll probably be a little bit lost if you just pick this up. Yeah, it was good though. It's just weirdness. The excellent X-Force weirdness. If you didn't like it the first time, you're not gonna like this. What else I read? I read. Yeah, the second last issue of Image Comics. That continues on to be good. Like,
all the main ones, like, any finished yet?
3 are still left. The Jeff Johns one, the Scotty Collins. Doesn't count. And then the black and white one. Oh, and there's another one, like the last page back or whatever. It's fine. It continues on. Like some good stories in there. Something else I read. Nocterra.
Oh yeah.
Issue 12 of Nocterra. That the story, like it's like the.
Just back after quite a long break.
So this is like the 3rd arc.
Yeah.
And just the story is, the story is progressing.
Yeah.
It's still good. Still like it.
Bobby.
Behold Behemoth, number 4.
Oh yeah.
That was interesting. Bit more backstory around what happened when, like, she first went crazy and, how stuff went down with the brother, and they're on the run at the moment, and him just
Spoilers.
Yeah, that's fine. Read the freaking books.
If I got a proper cover, I would have.
Well, we didn't get a full amount.
But you could read it and bring it back. And then
I
get
do
your
things,
book.
Dave.
I'm Jason, but no worries.
I was talking to Dave because Dave does that.
Wow. It was good.
Thank you.
That's
you. That's all I want. Thanks for the consideration.
Cool. Comics done.
Hey.
Is that all you read?
That's all I read.
Okay. All right. Before we get into Mandalorian, I'll just say, Last of Us finale came out. I watched it. You haven't watched it yet.
Not yet.
It's pretty damn good.
Do they all die? Oh wait, that'll spoil it, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't because it'll be season 2, I would imagine.
Damn it.
Yeah, there's a game called Last of Us 2. So.
No, but you said they were incorporating on one. Oh yeah,
No, they were building.
They were setting up
yeah.
for it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Pretty.
Yeah, pretty like bit of a gut punch of an episode. Very good. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much.
I'll watch it this week for sure.
In my opinion, the ending of it, like the game as well, kind of makes
The journey?
It makes the whole thing. It makes it
They
because
find Tony
otherwise,
Close.
yeah, it's like post-apocalyptic zombie stuff.
Yeah.
The ending really makes it. So I don't want to.
Find a PlayStation and play the game.
Yeah.
Could be
That'd be
cool.
cool.
It's pretty meta.
Okay.
Wait, you also watched 65?
I
How was
did
that?
watch 65. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Just close your eyes when any expositional text comes up because it over-explains everything.
For Dave's Love the World.
Yeah, it did perfect for Dave.
Well, the trailer did that, so it's
Dave
not-
edited the
not
movie.
unexpected that it's in the movie as well.
Yeah.
If only I could read.
That's why you don't understand the comics.
You guys
Pretty
planning on,
pictures though.
you guys planning on seeing it, right?
Eventually, but you can spoil it.
Yeah, spoil it.
Can't
Yeah.
talk much about that.
Spoilers.
Okay, I guess spoilers. If
So-
you're gonna see 65. Okay, I'm not gonna say too much, but one of the coolest parts is, it's Adam Driver, and he's kind of like fucking Last of Us Joel situation where this little girl and they crash land on this planet.
Prehistoric
They're
planet.
traveling, and then one of the nights, I think the girl looks up and she sees something in the distance in space coming towards the planet.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh shit! And the end of the movie is that happening. It's cool.
What a twist.
Yeah,
Not really.
that was cool. Because you know when it's dinosaurs, but you don't know exactly when.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
Right?
did the- yeah.
So when that happened, oh shit!
Reminds me of the Rick and Morty episode.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty
I'd like
cool.
to try to maybe get better. Maybe this week, but I don't know.
I have to say though, something that really annoys me in movies. You get a movie where two characters, they find out that they can't communicate, like they don't know the same languages or something, but they continue to talk to each other, like the other person can understand what they're saying. This happens the whole movie. and it's
Sometimes
so
it
annoying.
is just about the context, though. Like,
They knew from
if he
the
goes,
get-go.
you'll be like,
No,
okay,
like
I got it.
he's trying to explain stuff to this little girl who does not speak the same language as him.
Okay, fair enough.
Found the same conundrum in the Fast and the Furious franchise, where they're in their own car by themselves, but when they talk, they're essentially talking to the guy in the other car that they're racing. But
Silent cars.
They have
they can
Skype or
kind-
something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
CB radio.
There's no breaker, thank you. They're not using the right codes.
That's
if
only
the
in
case.
movies, bro.
This was a movie.
It's like
No,
Power
no,
Rangers
it's
when they're in
Fast
the
and Furious is
Zords.
a documentary, don't you?
It's
Especially
Morse
the last one.
code. It's
based
Morse
off-
code with gear shifting because there's like 200 gear shifts per race.
Right.
I see.
So, okay.
It was pretty
I'll
cool.
ask more questions later.
I enjoyed it. It's dumb in some parts, but it's just cool.
So does it take place in
Got them
like
dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
I expect them.
future when space travel is, or is it like
I think it's a wormhole that they got sucked into the past.
That's what I thought, but not necessarily.
No? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not human.
Ah.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
well they are dinosaurs, right?
Yeah, they're dinosaurs.
No,
That's
no,
like-
no.
You saved me.
Interesting.
You saved me.
Yeah.
So they didn't travel back there.
They are travellers.
Yeah, but the
Instead of
text,
travel?
Yeah,
the
yeah.
text explains all
Everything?
of that to you at the beginning.
Okay, if that didn't explain, if that wasn't there, would you find out in the movie?
Would you
Do they
figure it
explain that
out?
in the movie?
Yeah. Would it be
You
like
get little clues, like he's reading text and it's not English.
Right.
You know, it's not
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not using the characters in the
Yeah,
alphabet.
yeah.
It's like alien language. But there's a part where it's like a flashback to him with his family and shows you a planet and it's like a different name. It's like a made up
Yep,
name
yep,
of a
yep.
planet and that's where he's from. And he's talking to his family about, oh, I'm going on another mission. They're sending me out into space.
Yeah. See, but because it's future tech and they're trying to travel space, you'd be like, all right, they've colonized this planet, and that's what this planet is called. You
Exactly,
could probably
yeah.
sort of.
But-
that's probably yeah.
well, it could be,
Is
yeah.
them not being Earthlings that relevant anyway? Like that you need to hammer it into people? Like leave it a bit
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have to
open-ended,
be.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but then
ooh.
that's the twist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, yeah,
But it reeks of test audience like, I don't understand where they're from.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll just put text.
100% because it's only the text. It's not like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
ingrained
It's
into the movie.
it's like what do you call it? Dark City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it's still the best one.
What was the deal with Dark City again? Because I watched.
start.
You guys told me to
The
not.
voiceover.
Yeah, the voiceover,
Yeah, so
like,
what's the
they-
voiceover?
It
tells you
explains everything. They're on a planet. They're in space, and these people are doing all this. You know,
Oh
this
my
is,
god,
yeah.
that's like the
They're doing
coolest.
this-
They give
the whole
away-
point of the
yeah,
movie.
They're doing
give-
this to people's dreams.
Yeah.
And blah, blah,
They
blah.
give you everything away.
When what's his name like breaks open the wall?
Yes,
and it's,
yes,
just,
yes.
it's like what?
Yes.
Yes.
They tell you all of that just so you're not watching them. What's going on?
And the way the movie is paced and everything,
You get
like
everything.
in 65, he goes out and then he hears something. He sees a footprint and it's like a big music stinger, and he looks around and he knows that there's something out there on this planet, and you don't really see until later that it's dinosaurs.
Cool.
But the text in the trailer got to ruin it.
But sort of it didn't, because it didn't really go into the past.
I guess
You know what I mean?
Interesting. I already want to watch it. Now I want to watch it more.
Absolutely.
it was good. Yeah, apart from Adam Driver constantly talking to this girl that does not understand what he's saying.
So where's she from then?
They're just different languages
Different alien.
in this civilization, I guess. It doesn't go
They don't
too
speak
deep
the
into
same
yeah.
language on this
Did
planet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
she
yeah.
arrive with him, or did?
Yeah, they're all on the same ship.
But they can't, it doesn't.
Also, there's some people, Dave, that speak English that don't speak Chinese. Okay, is that too difficult for you
It's
to
not that.
understand?
We've got that issue
No one
on
here,
this
obviously.
planet,
On this
David.
no one here, obviously, but there are people in this world that are not bilingual.
Okay.
Yeah, like we could start speaking in French, we could start speaking in Swahili, but what's the point? Our audience speaks English, so we just stick to our native tongue. We don't want to talk
No,
down to
it's
the
a bit-
dullards
okay.
that only speak English. Okay,
Please say yes, please.
Alright.
What we say?
I think I see where Dave's going to go.
No, but when people go to the International Space Station, yes, they have different nationalities, but they do have like a common, like, okay, I understand, like
But
it's a bit of
generally,
the
these
English
are
language,
scientists.
you know?
They sort of
Yeah, I'm not
knows
sure.
more than one language.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Like
what
The purpose of
the
the
purpose of the
plane travel was.
yeah the travel was. Also, she's a little girl. Like she's like 13. Like
Yeah, she's not a scientist.
I think
Yeah,
she was
she's
going
like
to
11.
learn
And-
speech therapy,
yeah.
but that they crashed, unfortunately.
and maybe her parents did speak multiple languages.
Could you
right?
just got, like, it could just be like air travel,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, but if you said he was going on a mission,
747. Yeah, from
Yeah,
this planet to that planet.
yeah.
Yeah, but maybe she's
It
a
just sounds
daughter.
cool.
Maybe she's a daughter of scientists or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
and
yeah.
she's gone with them, and they're smart and stuff.
okay.
If I was
Yeah.
a pilot, I'd be like, I've got a mission to
I can
Tokyo.
understand if it was like an escort and like they somehow went into the thing.
I knew where you were going.
Yeah,
I knew where you were going because I knew what you meant.
yeah.
Even though
Hey.
Smell her own.
Okay. Mandalorian season 3, episode 3.
I caught up. Yeah.
let's start with Fummy.
Oh,
Here we
Yeah.
go, Farmy. How good was this one?
I didn't really enjoy it that much.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was watching it. Yeah, and like I'm doing stuff on the side, like I'm just sorting out like pricing cards up or whatever, and I look up after like 20 minutes. I'm like, is this still the Mandalorian? Like,
I was going to say, I think that's a
It was
fair,
it was a smash card.
a fair
Yeah.
thing of. It's a whole
I've got-
total nowhere
Yeah,
But
episode.
it's not like it's the first time they've done that. Harvard
No.
Boba Fett was
Yep.
Mandalorian 2.5. So I was more just disappointed where, and it kind of was going to happen anyway because that the waters and the redemption shit just wrapped up so quickly, and then the Bo-Katan stuff and the Interceptors destroyed her shit. And I'm like,
That shit was cool.
yeah, I had no problems with that. I thought that was
it was cool except for
it was out of no like a little bit. Too
Where'd
out of
they come
nowhere.
from?
Yeah,
short range fighters.
That's-
I know. Bro.
Fucking this fucking bullshit.
And
They
literally-
don't care about anything in this show.
and literally
Like,
out of
fucking-
nowhere.
This ain't the first only complaint of the episode.
So then the rest of the story was the redemption center in.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah.
No, keep going.
I think it's because the bitch is fucking and he doesn't redeem. Right? What do you mean?
No, I was in re-education camps.
Oh,
Well, that's what.
It was
Yeah,
very
shit.
sinister.
re-notification. Yeah, the center where with the dude that was the scientist in the first season with old mate. What's his name? The
Gideon?
director?
Gideon.
No, the other dude.
Yeah. Anyway, the director from
L52.
Grizzly Man.
Is it? No.
Oh, Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Star,
yeah, that's right.
But yeah, he was one of Moff Gideon's guys as well. Like, I get the whole re-education shit with it. The story itself didn't do a lot for me, but it was the Kiwi chick actor that I just thought was terrible actor, and her part of it just didn't do anything for me. So I don't know, it just made me not care because I didn't care about her acting. It was just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just didn't really.
See, 'cause I was, I'm watching it, and I was like, I'm way more interested in what's going on here than anything to do with Mando
Yep.
or that stupid fucking baby. I
Yep.
couldn't give a shit about any of his stuff because it's all wrapped up.
I
you know?
agree, but
so
I
this
think-
was more. And it's,
But I didn't care about this either. This is the other thing. Like, I get where you're coming from, but yeah, I didn't care about any of it. I was like, oh my, I said I'm pretty more done.
I thought this had way more Andor vibes, but just poor. Not the quality of Andor writing, but
Yeah. And there were those
I'm
bits where
intrigued.
it was the numbability of what the trying to do the right thing. He can do more, and there's the dullards of the bureaucracy and all that bullshit and what they'd have to do to get all that kind of stuff. I get all that, but it's probably because it was done so poorly was why I didn't enjoy it, and we got it served up so beautifully in Endor. But yeah, I just didn't care. So yeah, go for it, guys. I know you guys enjoyed it.
I was just for the first time probably all season I was intrigued.
Yeah.
Where like the others, you're like fuck, it's just the same shit. Mando fucking flies to one place, goes to the next place. It's just the same. I'm just fucking bored.
I was
With it.
just
So this was new and interesting.
Yeah, and when it starts off him doing this TED talk on the genes and stuff, that was cool. Like, but I'm like, what is this? But then like him getting sucked up to by the Coruscant elite,
Yeah.
and then the stuff like Amnesty House, and they all have numbers and they don't have names. And there's
So
like
fucking
the
stupid.
re-education camp. Like, they're just
Slaves.
not slaves.
They're slaves.
Yeah,
They're it's basically Empire.
Well,
The
it's the only
Republic,
choice better than death.
Republic doing Empire shit, just
Yeah.
with better names.
Well, like
Yeah.
they
Different
dress
labels.
What I couldn't. That was my biggest problem with it. Fucking straight away, I'm like, why is he dressed like an Imperial officer? He's gone from grey to blue, a greyish blue. Why? Like you've taken these people and you are trying to re-educate them and get them back into thing or whatever. At least that's your cover, right?
Bright orange.
But you dress him in, like he's got the belt and everything. Little pippy things.
He's doing the same job as the dude in Andor, where he's like,
Yes, yes. And then you
Follow
give him
these, it's
just
like-
you don't even give him a name. They're just a number.
Yeah, but that's
you
like-
house them all together. Are you trying to make terrorists?
But that's the point of the whole thing. I thought it was just very
yeah.
sinister underlying in the whole
Of
thing. It's
course,
like
of
this is
course.
the New Republic, but,
But
they're
the
very
clothes was
doing-
too much.
Yeah, like
why
just
on earth would you do that?
in universe? Yeah, it seems so like you're shooting yourself.
Yes,
Here. Like,
yes.
are
Yeah,
you
but it
really
seems like
what is the logic behind
They're
this?
in a halfway house. You got to sort of give them. They're sort of in prison, but not really.
Yes,
That's like
yes,
it's
yes.
prisoner's uniform, I guess.
But yeah, I just thought the uniform, especially the numbers, because yeah, like you can tell. Oh, you're not doing these people right.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
treating
like,
them
there's
like
like
slaves.
there is a sinister undertone to the whole thing.
But the dressing them still as Imperials, just it reeked of the audience is too dumb.
100%.
We got to dress them the way that look.
Yeah.
They were the Imperials. Look, he's dressed like an Imperial. Because instantly you're like, well, if
Still in the
if I was
mindset.
watching it on black and white TV,
Yeah,
he would look like an
Yeah.
Imperial officer. I was like, that's just fucking stupid. Yeah, in universe, just made no sense to me.
Yeah, imagine if you were colorblind and watching that, and you're like,
How was it, Dave?
Imagine that.
wait a minute.
It's true.
Because they wouldn't tell you that what they were wearing was blue and shit, yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a bit, I don't know, I was more interested because it was fresher than just, because the Mando wrapped up so fast. The whole point to get to Mandalore this season is done in
I know
episode
somewhere
2.
safe. Yeah,
And I just don't care.
and that was the whole thing. It was more I just don't care at all. That's why I said to Dana. I walked away. I'm like, I just don't think I give a shit anymore. I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Like
I understand.
I don't care about the Mando stuff, and I didn't care about this other stuff because I'll just wait for Endor.
I saw that spider thing in episode 2, that was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was catching up.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
pictures.
Because I liked that she, like, obviously you knew.
No, it was
from
like
get-go
other
her
two.
deal
It was
or
like other
whatever.
two parts. Like either she's working with
Yes,
Moff Gideon,
yes.
or she's a narc.
Yes.
She was a narc.
Yeah, I thought the way that was, I dug that sort of thing, and he was so, the line was so on the nose, like especially to a goddamn calamari.
Yes.
Did you tell him?
What?
Oh yeah.
Right?
it's a trap.
It's like,
Fucking
fuck,
gross,
like,
man.
Like, you don't need that line at all, but to
It's a trap.
him particular, you're like, please,
Yes.
Like,
please.
Yeah.
The show's poorly written.
Mm.
Just poorly written. But yeah, I was just because it was something different. I was actually, what's going on here?
yeah.
Where Mando, I just couldn't care what he does. Oh, Bo-Katan, whoop-de-doo. Oh no, her frigging castle that she's the only one that lives in there for no reason gets blown up.
So when they flee from this castle, they are the only people leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the castle got blown up.
Where's she going to go?
No one was in there because they were coming back from the other planet from Mandalore, because that's where she saved
And then
him.
the Imperial, like,
And
TIE
then,
fighters.
then those
bombed him,
interceptors
right?
came
Yeah.
out of nowhere, and then another bunch of them came out of nowhere with no bigger ship
Yeah.
and blew up. That was like the decoys, and then he's like, "I got somewhere safe we can go," which isn't that safe because I guess the giant crocodile's dead now, but just like Lake Placid, I'm sure there's another one.
So that was another one of those things where they just don't care in this fucking show. Right. Why they're living in this cave? A cave that you don't see any hints of actual settlement of people living.
No,
or
no
whatever.
tunnels out, no
Nothing.
like
And no-
expansion.
Mando and Bo-Katan just drop their giant ships on the front lawn. There's no ships anywhere else. You either got to have your park away and walk to the secret friggin' water part, or have a couple hidden under some debris, or goddamn where are all the other ships? Are they in the ocean? Are they in the pond? Where they
Crocodiles
just
looking
don't
after
care about little details in this because it's like, don't worry. Like you can tell,
But they're not, because that's
no one's
it.
attention to
It's,
detail.
it's like the old thin veneer of a western where they just have the
Yes.
shot
Yeah.
front,
Yeah.
and you look behind, there's nothing
Yep,
there, and that's what
100%.
where going back, Endor had the substance
Yep,
and
yep,
had the rhyme and the reason to do that kind of shit, and and that makes you not care because it's poor storytelling.
in your face every time. Like you're like, "Oh, how does this
And it's
work?"
not snobbery because we get good storytelling and it's not hard to do, so give a damn.
Make a bit of effort.
That's it. You spend all this money on this stuff, like,
When I was mentioning to Dylan, he's like, how does someone not bring this up in the writers' room, some of these things? And I was like, sure, I reckon someone does, and it's just, you told, don't worry.
yeah,
It's just Star Wars, don't worry.
yeah.
Where
Because
Star
it's
Wars
Star Wars,
fans
you should
used
worry.
to be so nitpicky.
That's what I
Still
mean.
are. But they just, I don't know. But it's good. Hey?
It's merchandise.
Yeah, I know. Well, friggin', because what purpose does Grogu fit in this season? Or any of the last two seasons?
No, but even then, like, if it's merchandise, they're not introducing much more IP in it.
Yeah.
You know?
I was
It's
talking
still
about-
Bo-Katan, it's still Grogu, it's still
Yes.
fucking...
Grogu's what sells, bro.
We were talking about the interceptors and the bombers coming out of nowhere. If you just put some extra
Fins,
tech,
yeah.
like greebly stuff on it and say this is a modified
They're long-range
TIE
interceptors.
Yes.
Modified TIE interceptor with hyperdrive on it.
Whoa.
New ship.
People
New
turbo their
toy?
cars
Yeah.
every day of the week.
Yeah. New toy.
That's all you need to do.
Put some cables, put some
Yeah.
freaking exposed engine on it or
Like
something.
when Bo-Katan's fucking fighter, like, did the U-turn, essentially. That looks sick. She full stopped and the
Oh,
fins
the
went...
fin
Because
turn,
the
yeah.
fight was cool.
Yeah.
But can you take a shot at least?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like 1,000 fighters
Yeah.
shooting these two planes,
We were talking about this too.
Non-stop.
but they one shot everybody else.
Well, it's been a-
I know.
Because you okay when you any piece of fiction, right? Like obviously the main character is going to have some plot armor.
Yes.
But I feel like your job as a writer is to convince the audience that your character does not have plot armor.
And are in peril.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
If they're
danger.
getting shot
That sense
by
of danger.
50 goddamn
Right.
fighters and don't take a hit.
You might take a shot in the arm. Yeah, that's
Yes.
right. Yeah, and that comes back down the track. But yeah, you've just
It's too much.
It's God mode.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, like when you watch something or read something and against all your better judgment, you actually care and you're actually like, oh god, is he gonna die? But you might look back on that and like, I can't believe I thought that because he's the main guy.
But if we're
But-
complaining about those other things, you're not going to get those things.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you know, it is. There's no point.
But yeah, I can only suspend my disbelief so much.
Yeah. And depending on the tone, you know, if it's a freaking cartoon, if it's a fairy tale,
Yes.
sure, there's different levels.
The other hard part was I didn't care, and it went for 47 minutes.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, we'll see.
When do the new episodes come out?
Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for something to annoy me enough not to come back next week, but it hasn't quite got there yet. Because there's nothing good or bad enough to annoy me. It's so middle of the road.
Giant screen, and it wasn't that bloody.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. It's just nothing to piss me off enough. But at the same time, I haven't watched it on a Wednesday once because I don't care.
No,
I don't watch it on
no, I
Wednesdays.
keep forgetting. I
Yes.
come in here and then remember it was like Thursday night or whatever.
Yes, but yeah.
Alrighty, Nitin, what was your film Flashback?
It's been Time Bandits.
It was fucking terrible.
It definitely stole my time.
Okay.
You would have just wasted it anyway, Dave.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it.
I don't blame you.
I got up maybe 60% through, and Steph looked at me and she was like, "How long has this got to go?" Then I pressed on the controller, and it was 1 hour down, another hour to go.
I know. It was 2 hours 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it was like an hour.
And yeah, I was like, no,
It's 155, I think.
Yeah.
no more of this. And then she was like, look, we should just skip to the end. And then we skipped to the end, and then we saw a couple cool things, and then his parents got blown up, and then that's how it ended.
Pan out.
Yeah, now. What's it?
It's a very quality made movie on the technical side.
yeah,
and
absolutely.
For
all the
1981,
sets look
very much
great,
so.
the effects look great.
Yeah, and all the props, like the armor looked awesome.
The angles of the shots.
That Lego
cinematography
City at
and
the
stuff.
end was pretty
Yeah, some
cool. Like the
stuff.
set designs.
This might be just a Jason thing, but I cannot hate on a movie with that many little people. So
Definitely.
it was okay. That's all I'll say. It was okay. Now, if I had a little lady, then it would be better. But R2-D2 in it. I can't not like it.
That's fair.
Oh, when he nearly died? No, not R2.
That was weird.
Yeah.
This movie's weird.
Typical white guy too. That won't stop a day at work.
Yeah.
Up you get,
Yeah.
little fella.
Yeah.
I think his biggest problem, besides length and it's just odd tonally.
Yeah.
It's like half a kid, mainly a kids movie of
Well, it's adult family adventure.
yeah,
is what it
you
is
know,
on
it's
IMDb, I
like
think.
the kid and the band of midget thieves traveling in
Dwarves.
time, whatever. But then you just get some really weird, even some very Python-ness in there, and then some
It wishes.
way
yeah.
too.
You get.
The whole Robin Hood was very more their style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's twists just for the sake of it as well a bit. You know, like when that god figure comes and it's not actually like, hey, I'm on your side. Why were you running from me the whole time? It's more like, hey, get back to work. Like, you know, it's
Well, I thought the whole point was because God's an asshole and he could. Why does he make bad things happen? As I thought a lot of the point was. I may be wrong,
Free will.
but I thought there was a lot of that. But it's just weird and too much. You probably could have. I said the same. We said the same thing last week with Bill and Ted. One less adventure in time. Take out the Robin Hood scene.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, I like the Sean Connery bit.
yeah, Sean Connery was the best one, right?
that was good.
But yeah, you see, it was just repetitive as well. Cool. The little guys and the kid, they go back in time. Oh no, they get caught stealing, they run away through their time portal to the next place. Repeat. 3 times in, you're like, I've seen this.
But with Bill and Ted, I feel like they're collecting people,
Yes!
so it's more exciting.
100%.
Like,
This is
totally.
worse.
Yeah, totally it's worse.
people that existed. How about ancient Greece in this movie?
Ha!
That looked like ancient Greece to you?
I can't say it did.
New Mexico.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. It's just like not even close, right?
But the accents were the best.
Oh.
And that queen, she was Audie.
I was even paying attention to that accent.
Well, Sean Connery, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well,
what's the point-
that goes with
What
it.
was the point of like having the firefighter as him at the end? Like I don't.
I don't know.
You
Because-
pay him, you get more scenes out of him.
But I thought, well, he's going to take this kid. But no, the firemen just leave
Yeah.
this kid whose parents just... His
Doesn't
house
even-
burned down, his parents just blew up and no one cares.
I could have dropped off the map
got
or something,
photos.
you know, or
He's got the map.
Yeah, I thought for sure Sean Connery was like, with us,
yeah.
little Timmy.
And it's like,
Kevin.
there is no resolution. Like, he's still, as the movie ends, he's still, like, confused, like, Mum, Dad? Like, he's still coming to terms with the fact that his parents are dead. And then credits.
And they're just a flashpot.
Yeah.
and then credits.
There was...
He was so adamant he wanted to stay there, like in Greece as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
bloody oath.
Like, is that how you end a kid's movie?
That was weird,
I feel like that's going to be terrifying.
Okay.
Because
You're a
what do you...
kid.
Like, depending on the age of the kid, surely like an older kid's gonna be, well, so what happens to him now? Or
Yeah.
like,
His
I don't know.
His parents are gone.
No, the neighbour doesn't even come over to.
Yeah, they were just.
Yeah,
It just happened in front of everyone, and they just drove off.
yeah, it was so weird.
And the pig,
Yes,
that was random.
Yes.
Yeah, how about the dog getting blown up? Did you like that? Yeah.
Didn't like the dog getting blown up.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Yep, dog got blown up. Was it a henchman got turned into a
Yes.
dog and then he got blown up?
Doesn't count. He was a
He's
human.
still a dog.
It was a human bug.
You watched the dog get blown
it was
up.
dog form. It's really a bad guy.
Poor
Yeah.
form is what it was.
Not a real dog.
There's dogs out there that deserve to be blown up.
I liked the bit when the knights were in a big pile and stabbed with their lances. That was awesome.
That looked really
That
cool.
looked awesome. There were a couple other things that looked cool, but that's it.
Sean Connery's Minotaur fight was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
I thought
alright.
he looked alright
Yeah.
for the time, and like, not somewhere where they were going to spend a lot of money for one scene.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Cool.
which way I was going to go, which is good.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
But it's just odd. It's just a very odd movie. Nick.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember much of it. I remember seeing it, and I liked it.
Well, that was one of my main things when I'm watching it.
Oddest
I'm like,
part.
would I have liked this more or less as a kid? And I don't know.
I feel like I would have liked it more as a kid.
I wouldn't.
I think I might have got more bored.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Like, it's
Because
tough.
there's some cool looking stuff, right? But like,
Then there's a lot of talking.
there's so much talking. Talking
It just
that isn't even the main characters of the
acting.
movie.
Yes.
action as well. Like you want a little
Yeah.
bit of constant
Yeah,
action throughout.
And
It's
then the
just
weird Shelley
guys running.
Duvall and Michael
Yeah.
Palin
Yeah.
Oh.
sexual innuendo, wet doc, and
Yeah.
his undercarriage not working, and
You looked after the problem, right?
Yeah,
I looked after the problem.
Need
Oh, the
some
problem
fruit.
is back. I need some citrus.
Yeah, that was strange.
Or fruit.
Strange.
I did like all the plastic fruit that came out of the
Yeah,
Oh,
what the hell was
Ah,
that?
the eye thing?
when they cut up.
the cow.
Yeah. Very, very.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
I think that was the father character from Mac and Me. Yeah, I got nothing else to say about this.
Nah.
Oh, hang on, I do, and it's half. So are we doing ratings?
Yeah, let's go.
So it's half the point. So I gave it 2, and one of them is for the end credit song, which was George Harrison. That was the best part of the movie.
Did you like it better than Double Trouble?
I gave Double Trouble a 0, so no.
Yeah.
I
It is way better than Double Trouble.
It is.
did. Shit's over Double
I
Trouble.
wanted to stab my eyes out in Double Trouble.
Nice guy.
This, you just like,
Dude,
I
Double
don't get
Trouble, I got 3 minutes into. No, I give it, about 6 minutes into, I'm like, this is fucked. I gave this took me 14 goes, but I watched it.
Yeah.
2.
I'll go 3. Oh,
I
yeah,
gave
nah,
Ti-
3.
I gave Time Cop a 3 and it had tits in it, so I can't give it any.
I gave this a 2. Thought I should mention. You know that first knight that comes barreling out of the closet?
Oh, yeah.
And I was
Yes.
like, oh, is this a cool movie? He comes out. He's got the crest on his helmet is a stag, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got heraldry of a lion on his surcoat. That doesn't quite. Generally, the crest.
It's going to be the same.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's his Bucks night or
That's
something.
your-
Who knows?
That's your one pick for the movie? Okay.
Yeah. The knight's
I
ruined.
like
That's
how
why
they
it's got a 2.
I like how they set up the shot where it's like, oh, we need the horse to jump over the bed. So he's obviously started the horse like 100 meters back, and then it's like, kid, stay still.
Really still do.
Yes.
Yeah, 3. I don't know.
Tell my rating when I watch it. Again.
Which you will be.
Very good, very good.
I do want to watch it again, so I probably will watch it again, but
No,
I didn't
you
have a
will.
chance to.
After our glowing reviews,
Sure.
I know,
I
that
don't
would make
listen
me
to
want to
you
watch it more.
Like, I don't listen to you guys.
Yeah.
I care about your opinions.
Alright,
Tommy Hardy.
So,
Next.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
The first original.
I was going to say.
Okay.
Ooh.
And if you haven't seen it, I've just spoiled
Ah!
everything.
I guess so.
So fuck you. I haven't seen it.
You never seen Planet of the Apes, the original?
Nah,
It was so cool,
I
bro.
haven't either.
I remember, like, I was a teenager. I watched the Wahlberg one first.
Yeah, that's what burnt me.
Yeah. And then my dad was like, hey, you watched the original? Oh, there's an original. And it fucking blew my mind because it had, like, the, you know, that typical 60s sci-fi where it's all philosophical and really about thinking about things. And
Oh, I can't wait.
I mean the
I
movie,
can't
not the
wait.
planet. Sorry.
yeah, because I think it was one of the first things that like sci-fi things that I watched from that era. You know, before I watched Star Trek or anything.
Yep.
And it kind of like opened my mind to like, oh my god, this is just what?
It can be more than punches and laser
Yeah,
guns.
and laser guns in Star Wars. Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with an upcoming Marvel book coming out in April.
So I'd watched Spaceballs first before I'd seen Planet of the Apes.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
And like the ending, I was like, that's funny. I guess I didn't.
Yeah.
And then
Reference.
I didn't know that was because I didn't. You know, it's become so
Yes.
cultural touchstone. Like you know what the end of Planet of the Apes is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that when I was
Yeah.
watching. I'm like,
Of course.
oh, what a great.
It's so
ending. Yeah.
good, right?
That was awesome.
I watched all the like the redos of like the last few years, you know, Dawn of the Planet,
Yep,
blah,
yep.
and they were great.
Yeah.
So.
I haven't seen the first one of those. I need to watch the rest of those.
First one I think is the best.
It's the best,
I
but
think I've
haven't-
only seen.
I
There's
haven't seen
still
the
all.
I've seen the first and second one. I didn't watch anything after that.
Yeah.
War is the last one, is it? Or?
Yeah.
You haven't
It was
seen
the weakest, the third one.
And then
But they're
I think
still
they're doing
good.
another one.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
Huh? But yeah, the first one's the best.
You know,
Yeah.
another one.
I thought they were doing another one.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's the end of something maybe.
Cool.
Who knows?
That's it.
Ah,
It's
excellent,
on.
excellent.
It's on
Ah,
Disney.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sick.
If
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the Time Machine and Forbidden Planet, like along the vibes of that, then I'll love it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
you haven't
great.
seen
It's
it?
very good.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Sweet. Yeah, me neither. Cool.
Yeah, that's similar vibes.
Yeah.
Nice.
It'd be one of my favourite movies ever, right? Like, it's just...
As long as
Be
there's
perfect.
the rap dancing like in the Simpsons episode,
Yeah.
I was
I'll be
about
fine.
to bring it
And
up.
and the piano playing. Well, I couldn't before.
I can see.
That's so good.
Cool.
Oh, fuck. Keen to watch that.
Nice.
All right,
Be a nice cleanser after Bandits of Time.
Bandits of Time. Okay, thank you for joining us this week. Like, comment, subscribe, give us a review. What was your favourite new release from this week? How terrible was Time Bandits?
Let me bring something up.
Eh?
Yeah, because you didn't read my message. I had my. Did you see my reply?
No.
Nah. Samurai Doggy
Yes.
from 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
I forgot to bring it up because I didn't take the photo, but I need to mention. You know how that book? We're going to continue now.
Yeah.
You know how that book was all about the kid that wanted to ride
Yeah,
on the
Ferris
on the
wheel or
on the
whatever,
Ferris
right?
wheel. So and then the third issue was just a full fight issue.
Yeah.
The fourth issue, the fight ended. He gets to go on the ride. They're walking back. He knows where he's got to go. They go, come to my house first. You can stay at my house. They're out the front. The mum opens the door. Bang! The kid gets squashed and killed. Like this
yeah.
big monster. I'm like,
Spoilers.
what the fuck? I was 2 weeks old now. It's all good. What the
Spoilers.
fuck is going on in this not kids book, but yeah, in front of his mother, dead. Unreal.
Wait. So this is before he gets to ride?
No, he got his ride.
Oh, he got his ride. That's all right.
He got his Make-A-Wish.
That's okay.
Fair.
Yeah. But I couldn't let it go another week without talking about Samurai Doggy.
Good.
See you next week.
See ya.
Go watch Shazam. It's very good.
Oh, I thought you
We'll
said
talk-
don't.
Go. No, go watch it.
We'll talk about it next week.
Very good.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.